Hey guys, it's Angela, and I am here to do my Pretty Little Liars recap for Season 6, Episode 8, called FrAmed. I know this is going to be late. I usually love to film them on Tuesday nights or right after the episode, and I can post them as soon as I can, but I got super busy last night and just couldn't get around to filming it, so I'm having to settle for tonight, and I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience. Also, I'm really sorry about the glare, but tonight is definitely a glasses night. You feel me? Alright, so without further ado, may I present to you my recap of last night's episode. The girls are all together and the cops are looking for Charles, and I loved Hannah in this scene. She said that he used Mrs. De Laurentiis to fertilize Veronica's petunias, and Allie is having trouble accepting that this is the same person from that one day that she spent with him, and Hannah is just pissed. She's not having it anymore. She's fed up, and I'm Team Hannah all the way. Ashley wants to talk to Kenneth, but the reporters are everywhere. They're trying to give the money back, or Hannah really wants to give that money back. And Arya and Clark are talking in the Ezra's brew, and I'm just like, okay, fucking creeper Ezra is lurking behind Clark. Like lurking, not just casually putting books on the shelves, but he's lurking, but I'm digressing. Allie is camping out at Lorenzo's now, apparently, because he hurt his arm, and she's folding his clothes and making him soup. Okay. Tanner is back in this episode, which really excited me. I loved her when she first came on the scene. I thought she was a ball buster, and then they had her, but I don't feel like they utilized her enough. Like they just made her be like this kind of bitch, and I did not like that. But she is back, and she's trying to reassure Ella that Arya is safe at the art gallery where they want to show her work. And she's like, you really pumping it up. She's like, Arya, these are amazing. You really need to go. Cops will be everywhere. And Ella finally consents. Charles is watching a video monitor of this art gallery when Redcoat walks in. We haven't seen Redcoat in a while. Arya got her prom dress a couple of months ago and making a big deal about it, but the principal and other officials from the school are having like big time issues about the girls going to prom, and Emily wants to take Sarah, and I don't think she needs to be doing any slow dancing with Sarah Harvey. Okay. Hannah and Spencer go to see Reese Matthews. I was like, who the hell is this new character? He needs to get the hell off my screen and come to my house because I will gladly accept him. I mean, he is fine. And they are looking for a link between the Karasimi group and Charles. They want to give the check back, and they're trying to fish for information about who gave the scholarship. Reese says that it's usually a personal recommendation, and they think he looks exactly like a De Laurentiis. Okay, getting to that later. The art gallery is apparently crawling with security, and I was like, yeah, okay. Emily mistakes Reese for Jason when they show her a picture, and then Ezra is at this art gallery, and I'm like, Ezra, you and Arya broke up, go the fuck away. And she asked him to prom, and then Nicole shows up, who's Emily's friend from Haiti. Okay. It was really awkward there for a minute. Arya's pictures have been replaced by the morgue photos taken of the girls, and the title is now Stolen Dolls, and Detective Tanner thinks it's referring to her, because it could also translate to Not Linda's in Spanish. And Ella is obviously flipping her shit, but then I'm thinking to myself, where the hell have you been? Like, you haven't done anything. We haven't seen her at all for a long time. Now she's back. Okay. Allie steals Lorenzo's ID to break into the police station, and she is busted by Tanner and gets Lorenzo in a shit ton of trouble. I'm going to take it that Tanner's going to suspend him, if not fire him, because she took the badge and said he will not be needing it anymore. So, what do you guys think about that? She sees the evidence board before Tanner pops in, and, they have all the suspects and who Charles could be and the deaths related to him. And this is what I'm thinking in this scene. Why the hell is this room so dark? Why is the whole station so dark? This is a police station. Do they take breaks? Like, everybody just clear out at one time? Come on now. Charles has Allie's baby rattle in a bunker, and she said it's from her christening or something like that. And she thinks it's because he's reaching out for her, but Tanner says it could be a souvenir. And I was like, yeah, I agree with Tanner on that one. Ezra's thinking about going to Habitat for Humanity, And when Arya woke up on the table in the dollhouse, she thought she was in Iceland, and now she's freezing cold all the time. Arya, get a damn blanket. Move on. Clark shows up to rendezvous at this doll manufacturing place, I think. I don't know what the place was for sure. But he's meeting with Reese. Why? Like, what the hell? Obviously, it's red herring, but why? Okay. Allie lost Lorenzo's trust, and I was heartbroken. She just needed closure, and she's upset because they are going to kill Charles, which basically Tanner confirmed to her, and she doesn't even know him yet. Ashley and Ella got an email from the school board, and I'm guessing the girls are not going to be invited to prom, and Redcoat is watching this conversation. And the girls are telling Arya about Clark while Tanner is watching footage of someone switching the paintings at the photo gallery. And the last scene we get is Charles in the limo, and Redcoat is there as well, and they're planting syringes in this limousine. I believe there are 6. So that is the recap in 5 minutes. We went a little over if you heard the timer. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It happens sometimes. But let's get into what I thought about this episode. Overall, it was decent. I'm glad Tanner's back. I'm glad we saw Redcoat. I'm sad we didn't see Caleb. Come on now. Like, did it leave it with a cliffhanger between him and Hannah? Because I just thought that they had sex and were all better, but now we don't see him anymore, so it's pretty disheartening. But let's see. What did I think? I know I brought up some stuff that I wanted to talk about. Okay, Reese is obviously a red herring, right? I mean, come on. This guy is not Charles. We've never seen this dude before, and he just pops out of nowhere, and suddenly Emily thinks that it's Jason. And Spencer and Hannah are talking about how much of a De Laurentiis he is. Frickin' Jason is a Hastings, if anybody forgot that little bit of information. I mean, that's pretty crucial. He's a Hastings, not even De Laurentiis. So don't be comparing Jason to Allie, because technically they're not supposed to look alike. Maybe a little bit, because they do share a mother, but not, obviously traits that the father would carry over as well. And now you're comparing this guy saying, oh, that's Jason's brother. Yeah, no. It could be Jason's brother. Have you guys ever thought of what if that is Charles? Like, technically, legitimately Charles. And someone is working for Charles, saying that person is Charles. So I'm not sure if I'm explaining this right, but let's use an example, okay? So say Reese is Charles and Ezra is A, okay? Because we all know. We all know. Come on, guys. But Ezra has said, okay, goes to Reese and says, okay, I have this proposition for you. I want revenge for what they did to you. But the problem with that is I don't see why an outsider would want to get revenge for Charles. Unless it's like somebody that's really close to him, like Redcoat. There have been a lot of theories circulating as of last night that Redcoat is actually the one in charge and Charles is working for Redcoat. And I really do like that theory. I tentatively am believing at the current moment that there is going to be an Uber A. As much as that's going to frustrate me, I want to find out who Charles is in the 6A finale, and if we don't, I'm going to be pissed. But I don't see how else they could stretch it on for a season and a half if there's no Uber A. What do you guys think? Is there going to be an Uber A? Is there not going to be an Uber A? Help me out, because I'm a little confused. Okay. I feel like something is like biting my wrist. Gotta scratch it. Okay, I'm good. What else did I want to talk about? Uh-oh. See, this is bad when you, like, lose everything. Who do you guys think Redcoat is? I know they use body doubles, so you can't really take anything away from the frame. I personally want it to be Cece because I really, really, really want Cece to be involved, and I want Charles to be Ezra, but, go ahead and hate, guys. I'm prepared for it. That would be, like, my ideal circumstance. If those spoilers turn out to be true, let me tell you, I am just going to raise all hell, because, like, the explanation with them was just a 10-year-old fangirl could have written it. And if you're 10 years old and watching this video right now, I'm not dissing you. I'm not meaning to diss you. but it's lacking substance, and it's just frustrating to me. If the person is revealed that they spoiled is revealed to be Charles, but a different reason, I'll be okay with that. Not really, because we haven't seen that person in such a long time. But I don't know. I just want it. If Charles cannot be Ezra, I really want Cece to be Redcoat. Diane was talking to me on Twitter, and she said that she thinks that Allie, in the promo for next week, she's like, it's you. And we're all assuming that Allie sees Charles. And I was assuming and that's how the episode ended. She saw his face. We didn't see his face, but she just said, it's you. And that's where it ended. But she said, what if it's Cece? What if Cece's back? And I was like, yes, Cece needs to be back. Okay. So why are Clark and Reese having this secret rendezvous? We know that there is going to be a gay character popping up any minute now. So could they potentially be lovers? I don't know, because Reese seemed like he knew more than he was letting on. I don't think he's Charles, but why would he be hiding this identity or not giving the girls information at all, like anything to go on? It's just fishy to me. Like, and I'm so tired of people being introduced to the show that are so suspicious, but you know that it's not them. You know what I mean? Nicole, for example. Okay. I don't like any new characters being added this season. I think it needed to focus more on story, and it hasn't been a season of stories and a season of answers, or a summer of answers, which was what we were promised. But Nicole comes walking in, and nobody thinks anything of Nicole, right? I mean, I haven't heard anybody think she's suspicious. I don't think she's suspicious. That's fine. If you want to bring in a new character, I understand you have to do that for setting things up for the time jump. Okay, whatever. So obviously, I'm thinking she's going to be around after the time jump, or why else would she be here unless it's just trying to get Emily out of the picture? But then again, she's not really spending time with Emily. Does that make sense? But when you introduce a new character and they have so much sketchy bits going behind them and they can't tell the girls a damn thing, it's like, why? Why are you doing this? You are messing with my head so much. What is going on? I need to know. What was the meeting between Ashley and Ella about? And why was Redcoat eavesdropping? Like, they were just talking about prom, or, you know, how Ella was feeling. Well, Ella, I'm feeling that you're a horrible mother. You haven't been around in forever. Jeez, I want some Veronica Hastings. I'm not going to lie, that's my favorite mother. She's just a ball buster, and I love her. Jeez, I miss Veronica. But what was so important about this conversation that Redcoat has to eavesdrop? It just... Well, did the conversation go on after we left it? Well, I need answers, and I really hope that next week will contain answers. Next week did look pretty action-y, but that doesn't necessarily translate to answers. And a delusional part of me wants PLL to pull Game of Thrones. And if you guys don't watch Game of Thrones, they have 10 episodes a season. And in the 9th episode, all the shit goes down. It's like, boom, and your jaw's just on the floor. And then the 10th episode is where they wrap up storylines, and it works well because they have such a long break in between each season, right? Well, we're going from August to January without any PLL. So, in order for that to happen, I'm going to need a Game of Thrones where they put some stuff in episode 9, because they're not going to do a 2-hour finale. So we're not going to get all the answers we're promised if we don't get anything in 9. You know what I mean? I really hope they do that. And I also heard that they're going to do the time jump, that it's going to be started at the end of 6A, at the end of episode 10. Like, we're already going to be into the time jump. So that really makes me think that we're going to get answers in 9. Like, wishful thinking here, guys. But if they don't do any answers in 9, then they do episode 10 and they give us answers. They're not going to give us everything because they don't have time, number 1. But number 2, you're going to take out, even if it's just 3 minutes to show us this time jump, that's still 3 minutes that we could have gotten another little piece to the puzzle. Does that make sense? Like, it's just, you guys. Okay, so I think I've talked about Pretty Little Liars long enough, and I'm sorry that this recap was late. Now, I have some super exciting news for you guys. So I've mentioned doing the live stream of episode 10 after it airs. It will be 10 p.m. Central Time, so everybody will have gotten a chance to watch the episode in the United States. And I want to do a live stream and talk with you guys rather than me just talking to a camera and then you guys commenting. I want your honest opinions about the episode. I want to interact with you right away. But I cannot do, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do a live reaction for episode 10, which is very, very, very sad. If I can arrange it, then I will. But for now, what I'm planning on tentatively doing, why is that word so freaking hard for me tonight, guys? Tentatively. Phew, that's a mouthful. Is I will be Snapchatting during episode 10. So if you want to go ahead and follow me on Snapchat, it's Angie's Epic Reads, all one word, all lowercase, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. If I can't do the live reaction, I think Snapchat is definitely the way to go. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you thought, who you think Redcoat is, why you think that they were spying on Mama Marin and Ella. Oh, and one more really quick thing, the 6 syringes. So, back to Diane and I's conversation. She's like, who do you think the 6 were for? And I didn't know. You know, she mentioned the point that it could be for all 5 girls and Allie. So, who do you think that A is trying to get with those 6 syringes? So, that is it for this episode, and I will see you next week. Bye!